of paradise in this beautiful Mexican Caribbean. So I also came here and did it myself. So I totally know what this is about. And yeah, it's a magical place that invites you to stay or to come more than once. Like many digital nomads, that's what they do. They come back. There are many different places around the world, but the Mexican Caribbean is a magnet and it's attracting a lot for all the things that it has to offer. Like Carlos, you just mentioned it perfectly. The Formula One is going to be
sometimes the clients go directly with the developers and they think they can get a better price. But our job basically is to make you the best offer so you can get them, because we know the prices that we could get out of them and we get the best promotions. So for us, it's our job to make you the best opportunity for you. Okay. And like Tania mentioned, there's a lot of things to do here in Riviera Maya. Basically, we have a lot of cenotes. One of my favorite places to go is called 𝗵𝗲, okay, which is basically a cenote beach club. So when the beach is not in the best shape, you can go to a cenote. You can enjoy the day. The water is perfect. You can get a couple of drinks. You can refresh, and then you get back to work. So basically, you get out of your office, and then you go to the beach again. So that's why people just love it here, right? And don't talk about the nightlife, because that's just insane. So basically, you have all the clubs that you want to imagine. Okay, you have a diversify in music tastes. Okay, and then you can get some fun. So that's why people just love coming here every and each year. Okay.
It's very funny that you mentioned people leave their offices, but what are your offices now as a digital nomad? It's either a rooftop with an ocean view. You can even, you have like all the sun. We have a great weather here during all the day. It can get very hot, but you get used to it eventually. And you have also other type of activities, like if you have a break, you can either go to the gym, like many of you have done, or you can go to a spa. There are many spas, or you can go to a rooftop of another restaurant. There are many rooftops here with amazing views. You can go with your laptop and just stay there and be working. You can do it in your old building. You can do it in your unit, the unit that you are living in, because that's another interesting thing to point out, is that usually you come and you first rent, right? And real estate has been rising in the past years. It's a very attractive place to invest. Real estate has become something very attractive, very interesting. It has a lot of options. You can go from a studio, depending on what your needs are, what you are looking for. Also, if at some moment you want to retire, there are also options for you to do that. If you just want a studio, if maybe you want a bigger place, or you want a one bedroom that has a different space for the place that you are going to be working in, or if you want a 2-bedroom in case you want you're going to receive your family or some friends for a visit, you can have a 2 bedrooms. And there's a really cool option that Carlos was mentioning earlier, right? The lock-off option.
Yeah. So basically, we usually recommend the clients, like, first of all, when they come here, they want to get a 2-bedroom apartment. And what is most rented here in the Riviera Maya are the studios, because most of the clients that come here is as a couples. Okay, it doesn't matter if they come as 2, 4, or 6. They usually want to stay separately because they like the privacy, right? And for our digital nomads, we usually recommend the 2-bedroom lock-off. Why is this? Okay. Independent the digital nomads, I usually recommend this typology of apartment, because you have 2 separately entrances where you can rent one apartment and enjoy the other one. So basically, you have two properties into one. Okay, 1 bedroom and a part of the terrace, and the other one is basically a hotel suite. Okay, it's a studio, which you have a frigo bar, and you have like a coffee maker, and that's all you need. Okay, so basically when they arrive here, because digital nomads are like moving forward and back and forward, okay, and when they come here and they want to spend maybe 2 months, 3 months, they can stay in the 1-bedroom apartment, which has more space, and they can rent out the other ones. So basically, staying here, they're staying for free, and they're winning income every day because they're renting it as an Airbnb, which they don't have to do anything for it, because administration is doing it for them, so they can just work, enjoy, and the other room will be making him money or her money. Okay, so that's the amazing idea of investing here in the Riviera Maya. We have typologies that has never been shown in any other part. Okay, and we're just developing the new type of model where we as Maya Ocean, we charge 20% of the rental income, and we practically take care of everything: the cleaning, We put your property in Airbnb. We put your property in all the web pages, okay? And we have a connection, a networking of 400 agency around, and like that we can keep your property in the with the most occupancy, okay? So that's the idea.
Yeah, that's totally true, because you don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to deal with all that hassle. There's like a special apartment, the property manager. Maya Ocean has Royal Properties that can take care of every unit whenever you want. So you don't have to deal with people who do maintenance or anything. You just use your unit and have it as you wish, because that is another thing also. Owning your unit, you get to use the furnish that you want, you decorate it how you want. You feel at home, you feel nice in this place, and you have someone who takes care of it. So that's also something important to take into account. And another thing that I was going to mention, that real estate really gives a lot of value for your money. So that's also a thing to take advantage of. Now it's a very proper time to do it. If you're interested in investing, in giving an intelligent use of your money, if you want to diversify, that I think that's a very important thing to do when it comes to investing. In Spanish, todos los huevos en una canasta,
yeah,
which is
right.
all the eggs in a basket. I think it's the same way in North America. So real estate means a really good way of investing. And why not in this wonderful place?
So there's two ways investing here in the Rivera Maya. This is all from the US and all the English-speaking people that are trying to invest here in Rivera Maya, right? So here you have two types. The first one, you have what it's called a pre-sale, okay? So basically you're buying under construction, or you're buying before construction. If you get a project that is friends and family, and it comes from a company that is serious, that has multiple complex already, that has been building a couple of years, I totally recommend my clients to get into these early type friends and family prices, because you will get the best price, and at the end you will see it in the equity or the capital gain that you're winning over your property. Okay. And secondly, you have what is ready for deliver, but I usually recommend to get a pre-sale, because Rivera Maya is a market that is growing every single time. So buying something that is ready, you're basically paying other client, you're paying other people the money that you could have won if you invested in a pre-sale. That's why we usually go with a pre-sale, and then afterwards sell it, and then you can buy something bigger with the money that you make out of it. Okay. And if not, you can rent it. If it's in a good location, get advantage of that. You can rent it as vacational rentals, because that's the whole idea here. They take everything for you, and you can start winning an extra income monthly, and they just give you how many nights they rented. They just give you everything in detail. Okay. And so basically here in Maya Ocean, we have multiple units and multiple developments. One that I like to offer a lot. So we have a variant that there's people that like boutique developments. So we have ones that are for 40 units, 30 units, 25, okay, depending. And then we have some resort livings, which is now what is trending, okay? What is a resort living? So basically you have more than 18 amenities inside the development. And where you two bedrooms apartment where you can get it for $150K, a 2-bedroom block-off apartment already turnkey, which that's really amazing, because in Tulum you cannot get it for that price, right?
It's a very, very good deal, because right now Tulum is still developing a lot. There's more infrastructure to come. So there are a lot of units that you can take advantage of here in Maya Ocean. We have a really cool development that's called Ocean Tulum. I don't know, maybe some of you already been to 𝗀𝗍𝗃. It's a very touristic place. What do you think about 𝗀𝗍𝗃?
Beautiful place. I actually take all the time my clients to 𝗀𝗍𝗃, because basically I want to show them in the area that they are going to live. They're already starting to put the road in 𝗀𝗍𝗃, and it's like a type of old town road. Okay, I know that's a song, but that's not what I want to mean. And basically in 𝗀𝗍𝗃, it's a beautiful hotel with all the nature connected, and they have these pools and these rituals, and we're just right beside them. And nearby us, it's gonna call Tulum Center, where we're gonna have the convenience store. We're gonna have the different types of stores, so we can enjoy it. Exactly, yeah. What do you think about 𝗀𝗍𝗃?
𝗀𝗲𝗀𝗃 is a really nice place. You can have, it has a nice restaurant. Many people go there to work as well. You have different activities. You know, Tulum is like a spiritual vortex. Some people call it that way. It has a special vibe. It has, it's a lot of jungle there. The architecture is just amazing. Many of the material that is used to build or to do the finishes is from woods of the region. So that also makes it very nice. It gives it a very nice feeling. And so Ocean Tulum is going to be located right next to 𝗀𝗍𝗃. So this also means that there's enough infrastructure. There's internet, because as a digital nomad, you are always looking to have high internet speed, to have reliable internet, because you are going to make your important calls. And of course, this is a very important thing to take into account. There is easy access as well. So maybe some of you love to be in the jungle and, you know, like in these roads.
Bumpy
but
roads.
Here, exactly,
Yeah.
the bumpy roads. But here it's already more easy to go through. So if you want to go and check it out, let us know, and we will be really happy to take you to a location, explain you more of the details of what this amazing complex has to offer.
Yeah, I usually like to call the bumpy roads the little cenotes, because basically it's like a big hole, and then when it rains, it fills with water. So it's funny when you go to a tour in Region 15. So that's basically it. In 𝗀𝗍𝗃, we're gonna have soon all the services, okay, because we're nearby the Federal, and already the road that connects to the Federal is already open. And the next avenue that is gonna be directly to the ocean is called the 5th South Avenue. And as we know, we're not that close to the beach because we know it. We put in our condo, we put in our development transportation directly to the ocean, and basically directly to the beach club that we're gonna be affiliated with the complex, like we did in one of our projects that is called Natum. We're gonna go over more a little bit that if you want to ask directly to your advisor, so you can get all the information.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah, exactly. To any of us as well. And if you want to know more details, like what do you need to do, or what is the process you need to follow? How are you going to invest? What it takes? It's really easier than you think, because you don't need residency doing it, but as a tourist, even you can purchase your property and you are going to use it however you want. You could put it on rent, how Carlos was mentioning before. That's also very good. Instead of coming and when you visit or you stay long periods, maybe 6 months, maybe a little more. Sometimes some of you are looking to sublet, where you're going to have your own property that you use whenever you want. If you want to come, like let's say during the winter, that's very cold in other countries,
Like Canada,
and
right?
like Canada or North Europe, and you know, it's high season, so rates are usually much higher. Well, you already are going to have your place, so you don't have to pay high rates for rentals, and you're going to be very comfortable. You can then rent it. So also, in the pre-sale, I wanted to mention this as well. If you're going to do a pre-sale as well, you're going to have a lot of benefits, like Carlos already mentioned, that there's going to be capital gain. That's one of the benefits of the pre-sales. And if you do immediate deliveries, instead of paying the rent to someone else, you're going to pay it to yourself. So that money practically is going to come back to you. So that's why it's a really good deal to have your own place for yourself. And if you're not here, like let's say you want to travel to other places around the world, to other hotspots, well, you can rent it to any of your friends or the digital community, the digital nomad community, because each time it's coming bigger and bigger, and there are more people that are coming and that want to stay here for a longer period. So it's like a very, very good deal.
Or basically, you just can't leave it in the administration, right? And so, as Tania mentioned, what is the process? So basically, all the people ask, like, well, what is the process? You know, in the United States, it's really different, and Canada is really different. You don't pay a lot of closing costs and everything. So I just want to go over all the steps you have to do, which are really, really easy, so you can invest in your property here in Mexico with us. So basically, the first thing to do is after that, because it's not fair to work with multiple and then close with one. So choose one and go with it. Then after that, basically you have he or she has to send you multiple developments that are from your liking, either way, which is Playa del Carmen or Tulum or Cancun or any other place in the Riviera Maya. Okay. Then once you have 3 or 4 developments, because there's more than 300 developments here in Riviera Maya, so basically we usually send 3 or 4 of the best ones we know that goes with your needs. Okay. And then right, and then after you choose one of them, we go over the details, any questions that you will have, and usually in any of the developments you have to do a deposit, right? The deposit is for $5,000, which are totally refundable for 15 days. In the meantime, that you check all the information, you check the content, okay, or maybe you find another project and you want to move in, that's totally fine, right? And then the advantage to do it with us is that basically you can take it for $1,000. So investing $1,000 with us, you can block your unit in any of our developments, right? And then you have the 15 days. You do we do what is called a sheet offer, which is basically we put all your information and how much are we gonna offer for the unit, and then you sign it, the developer signs it, and then we go with the agreement. Okay. After the agreement, let's say usually here in a pre-sale, there's multiple ways of paying them. Usually it's 30% down payment, 40% during construction, and 30% at the end. Okay. There's another one that is 50 and 50. There's other ones that's 30%, 60 during construction, and 10 at the end, 70-30, or we can do 80 and 20%. The advantage or the idea investing in a property in a pre-sale is that the more down payment that you give, the more discounted benefits that you're going to get. Okay, that's the advantage. And one of the things that I like to point out in 2 of our properties that we have here in Maya Ocean is that they're working under an escrow account. What does this mean? What is an escrow? We call it in Spanish fideicomiso. Okay, basically the realtors are going to work. They're going to tell you, no, the fideicomiso is when you go already and put your property under your name. Yes. That's one of the fideicomisos. But the second one is basically to put it under a project. So basically Maya Ocean and all the properties and all the companies that are working together in the fideicomiso, the bank takes care of the project, and the bank is the administrator of all the escrow account. Okay. So basically all the money that goes into the project, it's only for the project and cannot be taken, cannot be put it out. It cannot be like, oh, tomorrow somebody goes and I want money. No. Only with certain conditions, and like that, if bankruptcy or something happens to him, the bank is going to take out the project or a loan, which is called 𝗪𝗲𝗄𝗃 puente, to finish the project. So like that, your investment is safely and secure. Okay.
I'm so glad you brought this up, Carlos, because it's very important. Sometimes people are like, oh, what's going to happen with my money? Is it safe? I've heard of terrible stories. I actually invested myself long ago and nothing happened. So this is a way of protecting your investment with this fideicomiso so that your money is secure. So that's why it's also important that you work with someone professional, with a company like Maya Ocean that has more than 15 years of experience and that has been doing a lot of work during all this time, so that you can feel that you are in good hands.
And here at Maya Ocean, we're not only massive brokers, developers, but we can help you get any property that is in the market. We can help you. And we have our team of lawyers that make the due diligence before getting those projects to you. So like that, we can protect you and protect your investment the best way possible, okay? So that's really, really important. So it doesn't matter if it's one of our projects, okay? You can choose one of the others, because our projects are basically made for investors most of the time. Some of them for digital nomads, and some of them for investors who are just looking to come 2 to 3 weeks, okay, to stay. But most of the time, they just want to get rental income and more passive income. We call it cash flow.
Exactly. What else was I going to mention? I don't know if there's any questions.
Yeah, we have a couple of questions that we're going to go over for the people that are in the live, and we're going to answer them.
We have some questions. Eric is asking, from how much can I invest?
You want to get that one, or I get it?
You go.
Okay. So basically, for how much you can invest? Well, first of all, I'm going to tell you where you want to invest. If you want to invest in land, so you can invest around $30,000, okay, to get a piece of land in one of our projects called Ocean Village. If you want to invest in an apartment, which is a 31 square meter apartment with 7 square meter of we call it terraza, with a plunge pool. A plunge pool is A plunge pool is basically a small pool, okay? And that one is for 1.4 million pesos, which is basically $70,000 in Tulum. This price is amazing. It's insane because you don't have prices like that in Tulum. That's why we don't have no competition, okay? And that and that's in Tulum. And in Playa, in apartment, you can get it for 1.6, which is basically $80,000. You can get a studio in BJ condos, okay? But paying the 85% of the as a down payment. If not, you can get it for almost 1.9 and something, okay? Which is basically $90,000.
In Instagram, Edgar is asking, can I get more info on pre-sale?
So he wants to get more information in the pre-sale. Yeah, right. You want to get that one?
Yeah, of course. There's a lot of things to get into detail. So we are here. Please contact us, and we will be very happy to receive you and to share you all the pre-sales that we are offering. We have, let's see, it's 11 projects here in Playa del Carmen, including lands like the ones that Carlos mentioned, Ocean Village. That's a great development for investing in lands. For those of you who are very attracted to this type of developments. And we have 3 developments in Tulum as well. There are pre-sales. One of them is the Ocean Tulum that we just told you about. So we will be happy to provide any extra information you require.
And if you like boutique condos, we have the new launch right now that we just got that is called Ocean Condos, okay? An amazing project located in the region 15, almost close to the 𝗿𝗲𝗀𝗃 and close to the 𝗀𝗃𝗃. This project is just insane, okay? And we're delivering the units, and right now we have a promotion that you can get them furnished. So if you'd like to know more information, just comment below. What is the next question?
Nag Audio is asking, from how much can I rent my unit?
Okay, should I answer or you answer?
We can both do it.
Okay, yeah, you can start.
Well, it depends on the type of unit that you own and the location, also the season, and for how long. But let's say maybe a small studio you can rent for a long term, $1,000 per month. Do you have another example, Carlos?
Yeah, depending on the area, depending on the studio, depending on everything. But basically, for vacation rentals, if you're buying a studio, if you're buying a property like that, we usually recommend to go with vacation rentals because that's the whole idea here in 𝗵𝗲𝗄.
That's business.
And exactly, that's what business is. And it's usually in low season. A lot of people is going to tell you $60, but we have a rental company, so we know really good the numbers. So you can get it for as low as $40, $45 the night, and in high season, the studio in Playa or Tulum, in Playa could go up to 100, 120. Okay, and that's the range. Okay, depending on the season, that's how much you can rent it. Okay. And remember, the return of investment, it depends completely of how much you buy your unit and how much you can rent it for each month, okay? That's what you need to think.
Paola is asking, do you have any financing?
Do we have any financing? Okay, do you want to get that?
Yeah, in Maya Ocean, in many of our developments, we do offer internal financing. Like, let's say in Ocean Village, we have up to 5 years for giving payments for the development. It depends a lot on each complex, but we do have internal financing.
We do. And in other cases like Ocean Tulum or other properties, depending on the delivery date, what we call financing is basically that you pay your property during the construction time, which has no interest in, and you can get it for, let's say you put the down payment, 40% during construction, just say monthly payments, bi-monthly, quarterly, or however you feel more comfortable. And at the end, when we deliver your unit with you with the champagne or something, and then that's when you pay the rest, which is the other 30%. Okay.
Tania is asking, can it be sold when acquired through a trust?
Can it be sold if it's acquired through a trust? Okay, you're Tania, you're asking?
Mi tocaya, Tania.
Your tocaya is asking. Yeah, of course it can be sold. At the end, it's your property. You can do whatever you want with the property. I'm not sure your question is like if it's acquired to a trust, you mean like the trust or the fideicomiso that is under the project, or the trust that when you sign the escrituras and then you get it under trust, right? But in both cases, you can sell it before or you can sell it afterwards. That's totally up to you. It's your property at the end, so you can do whatever you want with your property. Okay.
Marcos is asking, how can I pay if I am a foreigner?
Marcos, I don't want to answer. You want to go?
Sure. Yeah. Well, there are many. You mentioned, you asked for. Can you repeat it, please?
Yes. How can I pay if I am a foreigner?
How can I pay if I'm a foreigner? Okay.
There are different ways for paying. It can be via transfer. There is also a certain amount of cash that you can put into the transaction.
Yeah, that is correct. So basically, you can do what is called international wire, which is totally completely normal in all the purchases when foreign people are buying. Or you can bring money. There's a certain amounts that you can bring, or you can ask us for more detailed information of how can we help you with your specific case. Okay, but that, yeah, you can do it.
Gerardo is asking, can I acquire with mortgage credit?
Can I acquire with mortgage credit? Okay, so
Yeah. You might do all the process of getting a mortgage in your own country. They're going to take your score, whatever, and if it's approved, then you can use the money here in Mexico. And also, if you don't want to deal with the different banks of your own country, there are also other companies here in Mexico that find these loans for foreigners. So in Maya Ocean, we work with different companies for trusts, for fideicomisos, for escrows, for the notaries. We work with a lot of professionals that can assist with all the particular cases. And also, yes.
So basically, if you're a foreigner and you're trying to get approved a mortgage in your country, make sure that, of course, they're not going to let you borrow the money as they do to invest here in Mexico. So if you do invest if you want to invest with a mortgage, it has to be a personal loan in the United States. Like that, you can use the money. I know it is a reduced amount as if it was a regular mortgage, but it's the only way you can invest right here in Mexico. If not, you can qualify here in one of the financing, like one of the banks here in Mexico. I usually never recommend it because the interest rates here in Mexico are between 12% up to 15-18%. Okay, even for us Mexicans. For foreigners, you can get a little bit lower, but it will be around 6 to 9%, which is still a little bit higher. Okay, so I usually recommend, if you have the hard money, to get it like that, and so like that you can get the best prices and you can get the best discounts. Okay, in the market. And if you wanna get a mortgage in your country, remember, use a personal loan, so like that you can buy your property here in Mexico.
Also, Gerardo is asking, if I buy more than one unit, do I get a discount?
Yes, that is correct. That depends in every development. If you buy one in Ladron and then you buy one in Ocean Tulum, it's like buying apples and pears, so it's not the same. But if you buy two in the same complex, we can negotiate it and go more into detail. We cannot say numbers, but we can, depending on the case, we can go more over it. Okay?
Yeah, then the more units you get, of course, let's do business. So
exactly.
We're
really open to negotiations, right? And since we're the developers, we're really flexible. So I usually say to my clients, don't be feared to offer, right? Like in Mexico say, el que no pide, Dios no lo oye, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
No more questions.
Home is waiting for you in Mexico, in the Mexican Caribbean.
So, and if you want to invest, just contact us. We're here to help you. We're getting ready every and single day, and we're just waiting for you. If you want to achieve your financial freedom, follow us in social media. We're usually putting new properties in the market. We're listing, and we keep you updated with the promotions. And basically, just contact us. It never hurts to ask. You never know. You maybe buy your next property tomorrow, and you're winning extra income every single month. So this is from us. Remember, our names is Carlos Ladron from Maya Ocean. Anything you need, I'm happy to help. And
Tania Gonzalez, it's my pleasure to serve you.
Okay, so see you the next time. Bye-bye.